Okay, I'm here at Home Depot. Gonna change out. I got the wrong socket. I got the Society for Automotive Engineers and not the millimeter. The socket is pretty much the same thing. I know some mechanics say a lot of them saying you could use pretty much them interchangeably, and you got a chart that's sometimes their variance is about what 0.0025 or some small fractions of inches or millimeters. So most of them can usually work, except for some millimeters for I think what was it, a 9 or a 10 or something like that. Anyway, we're going to head out and switch this out for the millimeter one. It's supposed to the Society for Automotive Engineers, SAE.
Both foreign and newer U.S. vehicles after 2000 are mostly metric, but you might still find standard bolts on older components or parts like spark plugs, batteries. You can see on this chart that 5/16 of an inch and 8 millimeter wrenches and sockets are so close they are interchangeable. 5 divided by 16 rounded up is 0.313 inches. 1 millimeter is 0.0394 inches. Multiply that by 8 millimeters equals 0.315 inches. So we can see that 8 millimeters is only 0.02 of an inch bigger than 5/16, which is extremely close. If a wrench size is too small, like this 3/8 inch, look at the chart for the next largest size, which is a 10 millimeter, a very common size with no equivalent in SAE. 7/16 is way too big. 7/16 and 11 millimeter are only 0.004 of an inch difference, so they are interchangeable, and either one fits this bolt on my rototiller just fine. 1/2 inch is often considered to be equal to 13 millimeters, and either will work well in most cases, but 1/2 inch is actually 0.012 of an inch smaller. So if you have both available and the 1/2 inch works, I would use it because you'll get a tighter fit, thus less chance of stripping. Bolt head markings can get complex and often have a manufacturer's initials on them. This SAE construction bolt fits a 1/2 inch wrench. It's a little loose in the 13 millimeter. We know this bolt is metric because it says 8.8 on the head, a common metric marking, and even though it's metric, it fits nice and snug in the 1/2 inch wrench, a little looser in the 13 millimeter. You can tell by the 6 on this bolt that it's metric, and a 14 millimeter fits it well. 9/16 fits it too, a little bit looser. The standard SAE construction bolt also fits tighter in the 14 millimeter. A 9/16 inch is too small for this nut on our engine mount. The next size up is a 15 millimeter, a very common size. The 5/8 is way too loose. You'd strip the nut before you got it off, so there's no substitute for a 15 millimeter. And 5/8 is almost identical to a 16 millimeter. A 17 millimeter will not go on this nut, but an 11/16 inch fits it just fine, so we can see that they are not interchangeable. 3/4 inch is almost identical to 19 millimeters, and there are many more that are interchangeable as the sizes get larger. I found it very handy to have this chart.
I got the Society for Automotive Engineers one, and I wanted the millimeter one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're returning.
Yeah, I'm just switching it out.
Yeah.
So when I pick the other one, do I just bring it here, or?
You can just check out because I'm going to return you the money. If you paid in debit, I'll give you cash. If you paid in card, I'll give it back to you in store credit. That way you can pay faster.
Oh, I can't just switch it out?
No,
Okay.
it's going to be 2 different ones.
Do you know how long the torque wrenches we get last if I get one?
I'm sorry, the what?
The torque wrenches?
The flinches?
The torque wrenches.
What is that?
Oh, no, just for adjusting the proper foot pound, like on the lug nuts and stuff.
It's so hard to hear you in math. I'm trying to comprehend.
Oh.
So wait, do I know how long the what?
The torque wrenches, like, you know, how long does it stay calibrated before I have to send it to be recalibrated?
I'm not too familiar with this. Is this something pertaining to hardware, or you're looking for something that's related to this? That's what you're asking me?
Yeah, because I'm going to use that as a socket for it, so...
I don't really know what it's used for, that's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I recommend you. If you're going to go, if the same aisle that you found this in, this would be a recommended associate there to answer that question for you, because I was trying to figure out.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right. It's skipping 25 and 25, 26. All right, what's up? I think they have to lose.
We're asking you to see the truth, but not the argument.
Oh, they have a shrine. Should I get a 12 pounds? I know I left it behind last time. I'll get the half-inch drive. You can still get the 3/4 drive. That's on my car, 76 foot-pounds. Okay, 21mm socket. And I don't need to load, so it's gonna get that one. Everything except I think what is it, the jigsaw or something? Oh no, it was a reciprocating saw. So instead of that, the sander, which is more useful. I think it would have been a good deal. But that's the one that's sold out already. It's been sold out. That's the only thing that's gonna compromise. But we were still at DIYC compared to the, what is it, VCG construction or something. So, you know, nothing heavy duty stuff either way. So why not? I already have a breaker bar, but I wanted to get a torque wrench. That's 3%, 9.3. Hard plastic case. I had a question. When I have to get this recalibrated, do you do that?
No. What do you mean recalibrated?
Yeah. So after like a while, like it's gonna be off too much when like for proper torque. So.
You can ask one of the hardware associates. I don't think we do that though, but if you want to ask one of the hardware people, they will know for sure. Is there anybody in there?
No, I'm waiting for hardware assistance.
Hi.
Is hardware assistance actually coming, or?
Sorry?
Is hardware assistance coming?
What do you mean?
Oh no, because the lady said, because I had a question about the torque wrench.
I saw him pass by like on 14. He was there with the customer.
Oh, okay. All right. I have to get on with my day at this point. I just, yeah.